Good evening, everyone. Couple breaks tonight. We'll be doing a half case of 2022 Topps Chrome Sonic Light Baseball right now. And then in about an hour from now, we'll be doing a full case of 2022 Bowman's Best Baseball. Sorry for the slight delay getting these started. The daylight savings time wreaked havoc on my auction times. I wanted to have them end at 6 p.m. tonight, but with time jumping forward, they all ended at 7 p.m., which is the time I wanted to start the break. So, got everything done as quickly as possible, so thanks for getting your payments in quickly. Very much appreciated. Make sure everything's running good here. If you're in the room live, feel free to say hello. Yeah, I got one of those, I forgot what it's called. The brand here. I forget. Oh. It's the kind that pretty much everyone has. It works well for me, though. Alright. Go ahead and get started. There we go. Here we go, box number 1. Second half of the case that we started last night. All right, box 1, here we go. Good luck. Wainwright for the Cardinals. Got a ray wave of Jacob deGrom for the Mets. Roanze Contreras Youthquake for the Pirates. Goldschmidt, that's $20 on the buyback. Justin Verlander Astros. Got a Pavin Smith for the D-backs. Juan Soto Nats. Got a Joe Adell Refractor Angels. Mike Yastrzemski Giants. Got a green Pavin Smith to 99. That'll go D-backs. Zach Short Tigers. Lourdes Gurriel, Blue Jays. Ian Happ, Cubs. Joe Adell, Angels. Max Muncy, Dodgers. Youthquake, Jarren Duran, Red Sox. That is box 1. 2 coming up. Hey Blaze, no Wander in box 1. Definitely keep my eye out for him though. Thanks for picking up that spot. If the spot doesn't do well, given you picked it up late game, I'll make sure you're taken care of with some hobby packs and whatnot. Yeah, Unpaid Magic, it's kind of like beginner's luck. When it happens, you remember it and you make a big deal out of it. But yeah, it's just like any other thing. If there's a Wander, not hopefully it's a Ray Wave or something. Yeah, I mean, not to speak ill of people, but when I looked at the... Because normally when especially with this one, because we had a quick turnaround with getting the break done because of daylight savings time and all that garbage, I'll sometimes look at someone's feedback and go, okay, I can let this one ride because it looks like they buy a lot from breakers. They got a lot of good feedback. This person, I pulled up the feedback. It wasn't a very big number, but literally the entire first page was bid up auction didn't pay, bid up auction didn't pay, didn't pay, didn't pay, didn't pay, didn't pay, didn't pay. I mean, I've never seen that before. So I'm like, yeah, this person is not real interested in paying, so I just had to move quickly. So thank you for the quick response on that. So I'll make sure you're taken care of if the spot doesn't take care of you. Jose Ramirez, Guardians. There's really not many levers that sellers can take. You can't leave negative feedback, but what people have been doing is leaving positive feedback and then putting negative comments, which you can get in trouble for. But people felt strongly enough that they had to litter the guy's feedback with all kinds of stuff. So it's too bad. Franmil Reyes, Guardians. There's a base Wander. Seth Beer, Ray Wave. Oh, hey Rick. Hey, good luck. I saw you got a smattering of teams. Good product, kind of not spend a ton on. Get some cards. Alec Boehm Refractor. I haven't had a short print in a while, so I'm hoping something pops here. Ernie Clement, Guardians. Haven't had a short print since the first case I did. Jazz Chisholm, Miami. Luke Williams, Phillies. Reed Detmers, Angels. Eloy, White Sox. Cedric Mullins, Orioles. Tatis Padres. LeMahieu Yankees. Zach Thompson Pirates. Should have the numbered one coming. Here we go. Rays Randy Arozarena. I thought that was going to happen. To 199. And Rendon. He's moved over. You get one card with just a little more bow than the other cards, and it knocks the whole pile over. Get this pile moved. All right, good to go. All right, box 3 coming up. Yeah, Blaze, I've talked to eBay. I imagine other people have, but I've won more battles with eBay than a lot because I'm stubborn and I got time on my hands. So I think that the biggest 2 issues I ever had so far, anyway, hopefully they'll get worse than this. One was it was 2020 Prism Football. A guy paid $700 for a half case for the Bengals. That was Joe Burrow. Okay, so there was no Joe Burrow in the entire half case. So that sucks. So I even sent him like a box of Luminance Football that was like a $150 box. Just because it was like I already made a good amount of profit on it. And he hits me with a return request, item not as described. eBay immediately sided with him. Decided in his favor, took $700 from me. The guy returned it, didn't return the box I sent him, obviously. So I basically just laid it out to eBay. Said, okay, well, I was going to list these 3 breaks on your site next week. They were going to be a grand total of like, let's say $6,000. They were like mixers. So that would be $6,000 or $600 to them for final value fees, just for a few days worth of work. I said, I'm going to put those on my website instead, and I'll let you know how much sells on my website that I deprive you of for final value fee. And I told him, and it was like $200 or $300 or $400 for like 2 days. I said, do you want to keep this up? And like a week later, I had $700 come from them to me. So, and had another situation where I think someone backed over a package with their car and then said the cards were damaged because they didn't do as well as they liked. And we got that refunded too. So, you just got to be dogged. Hey, Rick, nothing real interesting in box 1. There was a Pevin Smith to 99 for the D-backs. And I've told my account rep over and over and over again, sellers need to be able to leave negative feedback for buyers. It can't be a one-sided fight. And I think they should also institute an automatic payment option for breaks. Like when you set up a break, you set up the break time, and if someone hasn't manually paid by the time that time happens, and they've won the auction, their payment method will get hit for those costs. They do it with Buy It Nows. People can set it to where automatic payments needed with the Buy It Now. So they can do it. They just have to kind of do the programming. But I just don't think they really care too much to do that. But I keep telling them to. All right, box number 3. Goldie, there's another 20 for the Cardinals. Jeff McNeil, Mets. Jarren Duran, Red Sox. Lance Lynn, White Sox. Helio Ramos, Giants. Joe Musgrove, Padres. Cal Raleigh, Mariners. Bryce Harper, Phillies. Jose Abreu, White Sox. Royce Lewis, Twins, Youthquake. Lucas Giolito, Aqua for the White Sox to 199. German Marquez for the Rockies, refractor. Ooh, Aaron Judge, that'll be $40 on the MVP buyback. So if you own the Yankees and don't know what that is, it's you send these to a. I don't participate in it because I run it out of my house. But like if you have a local card shop, or you can send them to like Blowout or Dave and Adams or the big ones like that, and they will give you store credit for the different pieces. Now any refractor is $40 for Aaron Judge or Paul Goldschmidt. But I imagine if you paid up for either of those spots, you probably know that, but just in case, I'll have to get the info out there. So that basically paid for the Yankee spot and buyback value already. Jed Lowry, A's. Frankie Lindor, Mets. Vladdy Jr., Blue Jays. I just saw your comment, Brad. Yeah, you can block certain buyers, but the problem I have is like they can burn you for a big amount on a break and not pay. I mean, you can block them after that. That's what I normally do. Plus, I have things set up to where if you have, like, I think I have it set up to where if you have a 0 feedback, you can only win 1 auction that's unpaid at a time from me, just to kind of limit the damage. Then I also have, if you have a certain number of unpaid strikes, you can't bid on my auctions, which people will sometimes message me and go, oh, yeah, this is something that happened 3 years ago, blah, blah, blah. And if I see they're sincere, I'll just exclude them from that. And that usually works out okay. I had one recently give me a runaround on paying for a spot. It was like $70. I forget which break it was, but they were going back and forth. Oh, I'm going to pay when I get home, blah, 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 blah. And then they messaged me like, oh, can I, because it was a Canadian buyer, oh, can I buy other spots and you can combine shipping for those? And I'm like, well, just pay for this one. And then if you win any others in the next day or two, I'll just give you free shipping on those and combine them. Then the next morning, get a message, hey, you're going to have to cancel this sale, sorry. And I'm like, no, I'm not canceling. I'm going to wait until you get an unpaid item strike, and then I'll cancel and get my fees back. But, yeah, it's pretty crappy. And luckily with the returns, at least from my perspective, they've made it a little bit harder. Like, they've made it in many cases where the seller can actually reject a return unless it's specified a certain way. And I've done that a few times. But one guy was like, oh, I just didn't like the product. I'm like, well, that's too bad. You kind of know what you should be buying into. And, you know. All right, box number 4, halfway box, cruising right along. Corbin Burns, Brewers. Louis Gill, Yankees. Andrew McCutchen, Phillies. Jose Barrios, Blue Jays. Freddie Freeman, Braves. Matt Manning, Tigers. Vladdy Jr., Youthquake, Blue Jays. Chris Sale, Red Sox. Kyle Schwarber, Red Sox. Kyle Tucker, Astros. Got a purple Tyler Stevenson, Reds. That's 250, or sorry, 299. Used to purple being to 250. Yeah, this product isn't anything that's crazy fancy. It's just it's priced that way too. But yeah, it's Buster Posey, Giants. Kevin Gausman, Blue Jays. Zach Greinke, Astros. Torque for the Tigers, Youthquake. Nelson Cruz. All right. Yeah, and I think people, unfortunately, I'm just breaking more and more of this just because I got a lot of it, and it's the best way to kind of monetize it. But yeah, I think people are a bit burnt out on the 17th iteration of Topps Chrome. I mean, I like the look of the Ray Waves. It's just, it gets a little tiring. The whole Topps Chrome fiasco in the beginning just made me mad anyway, but. And I don't sell on Whatnot, but I've heard Whatnot is basically the opposite of eBay as far as seller protections. Like, sounds like on Whatnot you can pretty much get away with bloody murder as a seller, and the company just kind of covers for you. Again, I don't do anything for them, but I've heard of some breakers like not sending like the good cards to buyers that won them, and then they have a complaint. They have to they can't even go right to the breaker. They have to go to like Whatnot corporate. Go through their customer service line, and then if they'll just basically get their money back if they're super unhappy, even if they got a card that was worth 20 times that. Which that's it should be somewhere in between. So I want to be held accountable for what I do, and also rewarded for things I do well. That's the only fair way. But once the profit margins went crazy up during the pandemic, things got a little goofy, and they're still a little goofy to this day. Well, I think there is still an expose card sitting out there, Blaze, so that could end up being a Wander. I think there should be at least one per case. The last case I did had 2 of them, actually, but there wasn't one in the first half, so hoping it's in this half. Yeah, Bowman's Best has been selling pretty well. I did 2 cases on my website, and then I'm doing 2 cases just on eBay. Just letting them all ride. But Checklist is pretty good. Pretty good product. Usually pretty fun. We'll probably finally close the book on the 2022 product cycle for baseball. On to 2023. Alright, box 5. Good. Willie Castro, Tigers. Got Machado for the Padres. Blake Snell, Padres. Chris Sale, Red Sox. Got a Nick Lodolo, Youthquake, Reds. Julio Urias for the Dodgers. Movie skill for the Yankees. Rodolfo Castro, Pirates. Shane Bieber, Guardians. Nico Horner, Cubs. Aaron Judge, Ray Wave. I'm assuming they're going to treat that like a refractor, hopefully for buyback value. That's another 40 if so. That's nice for the Yankees. Kyle Tucker, Astros, to 199. Jarren Duran, Red Sox. Tyler McGill, Mets. Right, box 6. Oh. All right, box 6 coming up. Got Pavin Smith, D-backs. Goldschmidt. Xander Bogaerts, Red Sox. Walker Buehler, Dodgers. Roansy Contreras, Youthquake, Pirates. Brandon Belt, Giants. Kyle Lewis, Mariners. Another Judge, Yankees. Jake Myers, Astros. Dylan Carlson, Cardinals. Jose Barrios, Blue Jays. Frankie Lindor, Mets. Jarren Duran, Red Sox. Cedric Mullins, Orioles. Tyler McGill, Mets. Tristan McKenzie, Guardians. We got an Ian Happ, Cubs. That'll be $2.99. Brian Anderson, Rays. All right. Get these moved over. 7 coming up. Yeah, so far the cases I've done, the Yankees and Cardinals have done pretty well as far as the Goldschmidt and Judge cards. I think in one I pulled a Judge numbered to 199, which was worth $100 on the buyback, and then there was another one that was to 99, but I don't know if it was eligible. So I don't think it was the base chrome card. It was like another card. Still really nice. Yeah, and I think one full case. I think I had like 9 base Goldschmidts. And I think I was selling the spot for like 80 or something like that. Yeah, I think on average, the Cardinals and Yankees have both averaged on a full case basis probably around, say, 120 to 200 per case in the buyback value. So probably better than average. If anyone's here for the Bowman's Best Break, that'll be starting a little bit after 8 o'clock Central Time. I got to get the invoices sent, and stupid daylight savings time really screwed me up on this one. I should have known when I set them up, but I just was trying to get them done and didn't think to set them an hour before, so when they jump forward, it'll be right where I want them. Keep telling myself every year I'm going to get that right. I never quite do. Just one of those things. Shane Baz Rays. Andrew McCutchen Phillies. Another Goldie. Jose Siri Astros. Tyler Stevenson Reds. Ryan Velade Rockies. Juan Soto Youthquake. I've done with the autos I've done, this was the 4th case. There's been 1 auto. So it's pretty rare. I've heard other people that watch 10 cases and don't see any autos. So they're very rare. Brandon Marsh Angels, and the short prints are about as rare as well. I think I've pulled 1 Torkelson in the first case and not one since. Joey Gallo Yankees. So they truly are short prints, very short. Yadi Molina Cardinals. Rhys Hoskins Phillies. Kyle Tucker Astros. Mike Yastrzemski Giants. And Orioles, we got an Aqua Zach Lowther. It's to 199. Max Scherzer Mets. Got a J-Rod finally. Those were going for 30 to 40. I'm not sure if they settled down a little bit. There's a J-Rod Youthquake. Twins. All right, final box coming up. Wow, each case with 2 autos. That's insane. Yeah, that was the first auto, Sean. Yeah, you don't have the unpaid mojo there, Blaze. Sometimes you got to go with what's working and what's not working. Rick, yes, it does. I think, you know, I was told really early on, I think it was by a distributor, like, the most important thing you can do is ship quickly and ship safely. And be careful with sorting cards and taking care of cards and properly top loading, etc., etc. You know, he said, don't worry about setting up a 5-camera shoot and being a bozo on cam and screaming and yelling. Just do the simple stuff right, and that's kind of what I focused on. I think over time it shows. I mean, you can look at my feedback. A lot of breakers that get to kind of the level that I get to, not that I'm super high up, but around kind of the above 5,000 zone, let's say. You start seeing negative pop in and here and there, it just happens. Luckily, I've been able to keep 100%, knock on wood. But yeah, it's you just have to be careful and take care of people when mistakes happen. It's pretty simple stuff, really. I mean, I came from the corporate world where it got really super duper toxic. So even at my worst day doing this, is still better than pretty much my best day in the corporate world, so I'm not going to complain. I wish profits picked up a little bit right now, but overall, I really can't complain. Most stuff's in my control. I don't have to really worry about too much. Trevor Story, Rockies. All right, let's see what we got in this last box. Jose Ramirez, Guardians. Josh Lowe, Rays, Youthquake. Wrong Youthquake. Ooh, that's not bad. Don't know what those are worth, but that's better than a base. You can let me know, Blaze, how pleased you are with that one. Cardinals, Flaherty. Starling Marte, Mets. Key Brian Hayes, Pirates. Wilson Contreras, Cubs. Adam Frazier, Mariners. Curtis Terry, Twins. Hey, we got a Bobby Witt. It's a good Youthquake. Bobby Dahlbeck, Red Sox. Nick Castellanos, Reds. Sunny Gray Reds. An O'Neal Cruz to 299 Pirates. Kyle Seager to end the half case. So, do a quick recap here. Not a whole ton here, just given the product. Yeah, I'll still take care of their Blaze. I'll check what the value is on that Wander and kind of make up the difference a little bit for you. O'Neal Cruz to 299 Pirates. Got the Bobby Witt Youthquake Royals. Got the Wander. I don't know if those are called Hypers or I forget. It's not a straight refractor, but got a J-Rod Youthquake Seattle. Ian Happ to 99 Cubs. Got the Aaron Judge Yankees. Another Aaron Judge Yankees. Those are both worth $40 on the buybacks. Pavin Smith to 99 D-backs. All right. So that will do it for Sonic Chrome Sonic Light tonight. Try to get these out as soon as possible, hopefully by tomorrow. Bowman's Best is coming up here as soon as I can get invoices for unpaid sent and get some payments in. Hopefully start between 8:10 and 8:15 for that one, in case you're looking for that one. Got it, Blaze. I'll take a look. If I see any troublesome buyers in the mix, I'll let you know. So yeah, and then coming up tomorrow, doing another case of Bowman's Best. Those are all 30 teams on eBay for that. After that, I'm going to take a break kind of the rest of the week, watch a little March Madness, take a little break. I've been grinding away like crazy for the last like 2 or 3 weeks, so I need a couple days, and then I'll be hitting it back next week. So I might do more Chrome Sonic while the MVP buyback is still in effect. And then maybe some Ginter Chrome, some other stuff like that, and then there's some other products dropping that I'll probably work in as well. So yeah, that's the plan. But if you have any questions, you can reach me on eBay. You can also email me through my website, JaySwanCards.com. Instagram's a good spot as well. But I will get working on this sort as soon as I get done with the Bowman's Best break. So channel will be back online in probably 10-15 minutes for that break, in case you're looking for it, and then we'll go from there. So, again, thanks, everyone. Thanks for getting payments in super quick. Sorry for the quick turnaround, the late start. This stupid daylight savings time. We just need to get rid of it. It always screws me up on eBay every year. Kind of my fault at this point, but I'm going to blame someone else. So, yeah, I'll get to work on this, and I'll be back with Bowman's Best here in about 15 minutes. So, if you're for that, the channel will be back probably about 10 minutes, and then we'll get going on that one. So, thanks again, everyone. Have a good rest of your evening if you're not sticking around for Best. And I'll be back tomorrow night with more Bowman.